Esports.
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 An esports world has arrived.
You've heard of it, but what is it?
It is a huge business.
But I don't know if athlete is the right word that I would go for.
If you don't break a sweat, I don't consider it a sport.
But can it truly be a spectator sport?
It already is.
Amazing for me to see where it came from, just small hotel ballrooms, small LAN centers, my mom's basement, to selling out Madison Square Garden, selling out the Staples Center.
The rise of esports is a huge phenomenon that has begun to rise in recent years. Many companies have begun to hold video game competitions with millions of dollars in prize money being involved. Over the last 10 years, esports has seen a tremendous rise. Competitions are filling stadiums with fans watching their favorite team or person play their favorite game. Streaming services such as Twitch and YouTube have made it easier for anyone to watch these competitions from home. Even TV networks such as ESPN, BT Sports, CBS, HBO, and Vice have all broadcasted these competitions on TV. Players can make a good living and win a lot of money from these competitions, not to mention they can get sponsorships from big-name companies like Nike, Adidas, Red Bull, any tech company like HP or Intel, or even car companies like Toyota. This allows them to make a pretty good salary from these companies and competitions. According to NJ Games, the total number of esports viewers has more than tripled since 2012, with 124 million in 2012 to 335 million in 2017, and could surpass 550 million by 2021. Competitive video gaming has become such a rising industry, even high schools and colleges are creating teams like it's an actual varsity sport. Worcester's own Becker College was one of the first colleges in the country to have its very own varsity esports team.
I'm the executive director of the Massachusetts Digital Games Institute at Becker College. I'm also the general manager of the Becker Varsity Esports program. So the summer of 2018, Becker launched its Varsity Esports program. And the Varsity Esports program started off with League of Legends as its inaugural title. Since then, we've added Overwatch, Smite, and Paladins.
Besides from having just an esports team, Becker College has also implemented an esports management major, the first of its kind in the country.
I wrote a story for the Worcester Business Journal about Becker College's esports management program, and will start this fall as what Becker says is the first of its kind in the country. It's the first program that will give students a degree in esports management, which includes courses on accounting, finance, economics, marketing, and other tools that they say students will need in esports.
It just made sense for us to jump into esports management in addition to the varsity esports program club, to really build a community around esports at multiple levels. So you can study it, you can play it, you can learn how to make all these different aspects that fit into the ecosystem come together, so that students have a variety of different opportunities if they have a passion for games.
Anytime you're on the forefront of something, you're kind of putting yourself maybe a little bit at risk. So there's a risk at some degree for Becker that what they see is already a $1 billion industry and expect it to leap past 1.6 billion in the next few years. That may not grow as much as it has in the last few years. It's something where, on the optimistic side, they say that it could maybe get past NFL size for an industry, but it could also be a fad.
For Becker, this risk was something they're willing to take, as other colleges have already started talking about adding an esports major of some sort. They are proud to be on the forefront of it.
At least one group that's projecting the game industry to be about $300 billion by 2025. That's substantial. Yeah. It's already quite a bit larger than domestic box office here and the music industry combined. So games are big business. Esports is a part of that. And the skill set needed to thrive in the growing esports industry is going to be a little bit different than what we see in a lot of other entertainment or even sport spaces. So having a major makes sense, and this will give a lot of folks an opportunity to sort of get that first experience while they're on campus.
And I think for anyone locally, if they're thinking of going to Becker, Becker is so close to that much larger ecosystem, whether it's a relatively smaller one in Worcester, or if it's a larger one in the greater Boston region. It really creates new avenues for their career if students go into a program like this and really see what the industry is all about.
Since the beginning of video games, Becker has always been on the forefront of the esports community with their very own state-of-the-art video game design program, which has been nationally ranked in the top 15 for the past 10 years. And for them to add an esports management major, that just proves that Becker College is the college to go to for any aspiring gamer.